What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hardcore Fab Shop. And yes, I am staying here beside Old Crow because we're back to work on Old Crow again. So where are we at with this thing? Well, first working our way from the back to the front. I still have to mount the bed, and I still need to make the floor for the bed. And I think that gets us up to the point where we're at the cab, and then we can start working on the cab. So, I'm going to make some mounts here real quick. We'll get the bed mounted, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do the floor because I don't have any wood and I'm still in quarantine. And I think I want to put wood back there, I really do. Went back and forth on a couple different things with some sheet metal and different stuff, but I think some wood would actually be cooler, so probably have to do that after I get done with the quarantine. So, probably get the bed mounted and get started on the cab. So, that's the game plan for today. Real quick, I just want to say thank you to everyone that gave me well wishes on the last video when I was talking about being sick. That means a ton to me that you guys have done that. And I also want to say thank you to everyone that has been liking the videos and that has subscribed to the channel, because that also means a ton to me. And all that stuff gives me motivation to keep making videos for you guys. You know, it's a lot of work that goes into just working on the truck, but that's only half of it. There's a lot of work that goes into making the video as well. So if it wasn't for you guys, then I probably wouldn't keep making the videos. So thank you guys a ton. It means a lot to me. All right, enough of me running my mouth here. Let's get to work. So this is what my mount looks like after I cut it. If you notice these little notches right here, I think I need some new gloves. Notice the little notches right there. I put those in there when I drew them all up so that I would have an exact spot to know exactly where to bend it. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Just put it in the vise and line those spots up. Like so, and just fold her over. It's just 1/8 inch plate, so it's not too bad to fold with the hammer. One down, 3 more to go. So the game plan here is I've got these plates already cut. They fit just perfectly right inside here in the square tubing. So I'm going to take these mounts here, weld that right to the outside of the frame, and then this plate will lay right inside there, and then I can weld it to the square tubing inside the bed. Then we'll be able to put a couple bolts through there and lock this thing in. We'll be good to go. Well, this is a little different view than what we've seen of the truck so far. Kind of neat seeing it without the cab. You can kind of see everything fully exposed again and see how everything kind of all plays together now that it's an actual rolling chassis. Anyways, like I said before, I want to try to get it working to where we get that tunnel in there for the drive shaft. So I need to have that off to where I can work on it way easier, and it's way better up here on the table. You can see back there in the back where the hole and the slice is through the back of the cab. That's letting me know exactly where I need to be there on that. And then this piece of sheet metal I got just screwed right here on there is telling me where the center top of the bell housing is. So what I'm going to end up having to do now is put the center hump for the tranny in there next, because I've got to have something in there to hold that stuff all together before I go and cut down through the center of this thing. And I think I'm going to go ahead and clean all this stuff off the firewall and get rid of all this garbage that's hanging out of the back side of the dash, since it's going to be real easy to get to right now. Got that all cleaned up, looking way better, and then I realized that I'm about to do something really bad and put the hump in. I need to actually do this panel in here first. Then I can do that just right here real easy through this hole. Get that all in there and make that look way better. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be staying out on my head and coming in through the door jamb area to try to get that all in there, and that doesn't sound like fun. So I'm going to knock these panels out, and then we'll go on to put the hump in.
Looking for answers.
So I got the first round of welding and grinding done on that panel inside the cab there, and I took a break for a second, was kind of playing around with the truck. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of dig that actually, just kind of messing around there. I've got probably 10 other projects in my head and stuff that I've already bought pieces and parts of here and there, so it's going to be a while before I can get to it. So if anybody feels like they want a project that's kind of different and unique from everybody else, this might be a direction to go. So basically what I've envisioned here for just a split second, and granted I've only messed with this for about maybe 3 minutes before I'm talking to you guys about it, so there could probably be some improvements. But what I'm thinking is you've got your bed back here in the back, you have a full front clip with probably fenders on it, so I guess if you've got fenders on the front, you probably want fenders on the back, and then you have a little bit of a floor just kind of connect everything, and maybe keep the firewall in there so that you'd have something to have all your gauges and all that stuff in. But then basically just no cab on the truck. Look kind of like one of the old original trucks, you know, back in the early 1900s where they were just kind of all open and everything through where the drivers go. I don't know, just something I'm throwing around, like I said. Got about 3 minutes in it, but you guys are welcome to it. Alright, so I got both of those panels in, and those are looking pretty sweet. You see the first round of welding and grinding, I got a little bit more of that to do before I can clean it up and have that all finished. But that's just welding and grinding. You guys have already watched enough of that in this video. You see kind of on the other side there, this is really hard to get any good video of it for you guys, but you get the idea. I think that's about all I'm going to do in this video today, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. And on the next video, we'll definitely have that hump in and go ahead and get a spot down here in the floor cut for the drive shaft.